fucking streaming. Oops. I guess we're back, yo. With this Pope Phoenix live cast. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. So, if you're interested, I'm doing a little live stream today in the middle of Memorial Day weekend. So instead of eating some barbecue, I'm gonna barbecue some vectors. I guess I don't know. I guess that's what I'm doing. Actually, I'm trying to get comfortable doing this, so figured I'll just start today while I have some time on my hands and it's not nobody's cartwheeling through my house. Just posting this on Twitter. Finally got this live stream. Let me switch this. Hey, look at that. Got the glasses on. Let me get a little camming. Maybe that's better. Live stream going on the YouTubes. Can promise bad jokes and good vectors. All right, let's get into this journey. So, I drew this some long time ago, and I've been wanting to finish it up, and I haven't had a chance to do that. So, figured I would get into it today. So, there's the illustration. Now, let's check out this. Let's finish this up. So I'm using brush. Normally I use the pen tool for my illustrations, but I want to do something a little different with this one, especially for the hair and some of the curves. I don't want it to be so perfect, so I'm going to use a pencil tool to do most of the drawings. Using Apple iPad as always, and I'm using an Apple Pencil 2, the good one that connects to the side. So let's maybe drop this down a little bit. It's a little thick, and then get rid of this secondary node. So I don't know if you ever use Affinity Designer. They have a really good stroke tool where you can control the pressure and how the stroke is going to look, and that's what I was doing just now, where instead of having thick boxy lines on it, I can clean it up a little bit and have it be a little bit more smooth on the edges, because originally it was a little boxier. So like, you see, that's a great taper, really clean. But if I add a node here, you can see how that starts to change. And the closer I put it to the edge, the more sharp and chiseled that line looks. What's really cool about this, so like, you can keep adding nodes, and then you can make really distinct stroke lines if you wanted to. You know, look at that. You can make an arrow. I think that's the first time I ever did that. But let's keep pushing. I'm so out of this joint. I've been doing work for other people, and I actually got back into doing design, which I haven't done as a service in a long time. Look at that. These colors are not the same, and I would like them to be the same. There's a couple different ways to do it, but I started using the select. They have a whole select tool in this new joint, this new Affinity Designer, where you can just select stroke color, and you can easily grab all the strokes that are that color, so you can change them easily to a darker color, like that. And now that I've done that, probably thinking back when I first created this illustration, I had a reason why, but since I'm so far removed from this, I don't remember why, so I'm not going to try to convince myself to understand why I did that. Nope, it's the other side. And each side of this dot determines the edge, the end of the other stroke line. The other stroke line, yeah. What's this, 5 minutes? Jesus Christ. Alright, let's just get into this joint. So I don't really work fast. This is usually why I use time lapse when I do videos, because I don't work fast, and I want these things to happen a lot faster. But you can't time lapse on live, so. But what I'll do, so like this, I want it to be a little more natural. So I don't want this connect like that. So I'm gonna break it into 2 lines, and then bring this line out, just to add a little extra detail in this illustration. And then now, I'm trying to remember in the drawing, the initial drawing, was that supposed to be a chain, or was that part of the shirt? I see some cleavage happening right here, so it might be part of the shirt, and that's a chain. I'm gonna change it. It's gonna be part of the shirt now, because I don't want to draw a chain right now. I don't want to draw a chain right now. A lot of my work is just cleaning up nodes, for the most part, and trying to figure out how to get the best lines out of the piece. And I'm realizing doing a live stream is a lot like doing a podcast. You should have something that you want to talk about besides whatever you're doing. So I want to bring this up. So I want the lines to like kind of blend in seamlessly more. So sometimes I pull them up and have them run over each other and overlap. And that means I have to, that's this, then this line has to come more like that. I'm gonna have to come back and fix that, because I don't really like that. I do not like that. Fuck. I'm getting cooked right now. Okay. Alright, we're making some progress. These tattoos are gonna be tough. I gotta figure out how to do that. That is gonna be tough. You know, I wish people were here, because then I could talk to them and ask them questions. That's my thing. I like talking with people and hearing what their thoughts and concerns are about art and just anything. You know, about some video game stuff, Getting ready for this Diablo. Little propaganda in the background. Dudes I play games with, it's like each one of them is freaking different. Like none of them all the same. Like some dudes want to run through the game, some dudes want to stop and smell the roses as they go through. And I don't know, I'm somewhere in the middle. I want to be able to enjoy the game, but also want to like get to all the high end stuff. Yeah, I wonder, can I save? I can't save a stroke style. That's reverse the joint. Fine. See now, I don't want any I don't want to taper on these. So what I can do is run it all the way across. And yep. Let's get this lines the way I need them to be. And here's the thing, like you're like, oh Pope, why are you making so much trouble adjusting the lines in the middle when there's no lines there? Because even though they're not, I still want the lines to line up on both sides. I want the line work to be consistent, you know, and not just a random placement. I have a friend who taught me a lot. He's almost like an art mentor, even though I'm older than him. His name is Phil Mamuak. I can never pronounce his name wrong. My bad, Phil. But he's an amazing artist. Like I really appreciate his work and his insight. And he taught me a long time ago that drawing through things makes more sense than trying to just fill it out. You get a better return on investment when you draw through it. Like it looks better, it looks more realistic, it flows a lot more consistent when you do it that way instead of just like second guessing and saying, hey, you know, I guess it goes there. You know, I guess it goes there. It looks good, and I mean that's a way to do it too. Like you could definitely go the route of just being like, you know, fuck it, like that's just what it does. It does this thing. The line is gonna be there, and that's all fine and good. But I don't. Sometimes I work like that, but I'm not in that mood right now. Right now, I want it to be exactly where I want it to be. And I think we're going to get there. Boom, 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 boom. And this is different than the way I normally work. Like, this is all the same line weight, and I usually work in different line weights. If you look at some of my work, there's usually like a dark outline around the work, kind of separated out. Like the hair is a little thicker than everything else, but right now it's not, and maybe I'll switch it, but for right now I don't want to. But also want to get her face grouped. Gotta get some order to this, because right now it's getting crazy. Alright, the hair is a group. Face is a group. I missed a line. I missed a couple lines. Drag those into there. Close that up. Okay. I'll name them later. work on some adjustments on this streamline. And yeah, it's kind of weird talking to yourself, but I gotta think of it as like a podcast, and I'm talking to the audience, and I can give them some feedback and answer the questions they want answered, even though they're not asking them. Sometimes I gotta do the work. I gotta do both sides of the job. Should have some. Yeah, I gotta do that later. Need some. What's the name lines? Reset that. That. And then have this line come up here. Excuse all the sniffling. I'm fighting off allergies. It's wild up here. Up in the woods where I live. But I represent the Bronx, no matter where I'm at. So now I want this. See, like this always bothers me. Like I need that line to line up. I can't have offset lines. And now I can mess with how this taper is. See, like this is so useful, man. Like I love Illustrator, but Affinity does some things I just find a lot better and a lot easier when it comes to this type of stuff. Like I think Affinity Designer, Illustrator is focusing, just like Photoshop is focusing on doing way too many things. Way too many things. Like just be a fucking drawing app, yo. Like I don't need it to do 3D and fucking order me food and all this other shit. Like just do the thing that you're good at and live there. I see a line trying to escape. Alright, this is coming along pretty good. So like, see here, like in her arm, like, it would make sense. There's parts of it that I want to taper and parts of it that I don't. Like I want this line right here to taper, but I don't want anything else to taper. And this is actually a little too far. So now I can start tapering this. And what I tend to do is this guess sometimes, because sometimes the start of it is not the start of it. And hit that with a sharp edge, delete that node, bring this out, smooth this down. Check it. And now I feel like that is incorrect. Because if it's the way the arm is positioned, it should be, the smooth part should be coming up and the elbow being behind the forearm because of the angle that we're on. So then more like that. Yeah. Alright, yeah. See? That makes sense now. I feel better. Let's wrap this joint up. So that's the back of the leg. This shouldn't have any taper because it's going to hit here. And then I'm going to have a line come here. Is this line the same width? Oh, this is a 5 and an 8. Huh. Is this all 5s? It's almost 6. These are all 8s. So, let me see. It's like same stroke weight. So amazing. So now, I can fix these, right? Make these all 8s to be consistent with the rest of the drawing. But now her hair is a little thicker, which I guess I can live with. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to get through this part so I can try out some new coloring techniques. But we got to draw all the, we got to ink the illustration first. And that's the part that takes freaking forever. And then you think about stuff and you're like, oh, why didn't I think of this before? And this makes a little more sense because of the type of hair she has. So I can branch these things up into this. Why is that a 4? No, that should be an 8 too. Give me an 8. That's my as across impersonation. If you don't know who that is, he's a Destiny streamer. And he makes these weird sounds when he does his thing that I find hilarious. So occasionally I'll do it. And now that these are here, I gotta make these lay a little different. Yeah, like this is the push and pull. Sometimes I fight with myself on whether or not I should, which one I like better. I'm gonna make this a little thinner because this is too thick. I don't care about the consistency. See, I almost did it again. Yeah, the added cross consistency, but it's just too thick. And this is a 4. Yeah, I gotta bring this up to bring it in line with the rest of the stuff. I can leave the interiors the way they are. The face stuff is cool. The lips can be thinner. Okay, so let me just wrap this stuff up. And I'm pretty sure I had a reason why that I thought made sense at some point for this to have a taper. And since I did it a minute ago, I can't remember what that was. So it's not gonna happen. Quick tip about drawing: it's easier to pull a line than it is to push a line. And what that means is pulling it is pulling down on the canvas, and pushing it is coming up on the canvas. Like you get a smoother line when you get there than you will going up. I don't know. Maybe it's gravity. Maybe it's science. I don't know. It's just, I was taught that. I've been doing it ever since, and I find it very, I find it true. Don't hate the player. Hate the teacher who taught me that. Hey, bad joke. Oh boy. How many more hours of this we gotta do? 17 hours. Okay, we're almost finished. Stick with me, people. We're almost finished. almost finished with this line work. So I tend to put some type of taper, especially on fingers. It's just a habit I've done for a long time. Gives it a little bit more je ne sais quoi. That's the closest you'll ever come to hear me speaking French. But yeah, it's necessary. Like fingers are these delicate things, especially more so when you're drawing women than men. But they still need that kind of delicacy, not like a sandwich or food, but it is a good time. Let me turn off these notifications so I don't keep getting messages in the middle of this thing. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, it adds a little flair to the hand, makes it look a little more interesting, and I would highly recommend this to do that. Oh, I also highly recommend watching the movie Dungeons and Dragons. Good movie, man. Good movie. It looks like it's some generic action flick, and in some cases it is, but it's the most Dungeons and Dragons movie I've ever seen. Like, they really lean into it being this high fantasy movie, and they don't take themselves too seriously. It's like they take themselves serious enough to get what they need done, you know. I would definitely watch another one of those things. I think Michelle Rodriguez and Chris Pine have a really good chemistry. Plus the movie's funny, and some really good special effects. No trash. You know, and no janky scenes, I should say. You know, it's not no Fast and Furious in terms of realistic physics happening in the world. Can't believe they went to space last movie. But yeah, like, this shit is dope. It's funny. The action scenes are really dope. The characters have growth, and they got some twists and turns in it that I didn't see coming, and it's a fun time all around. Fun time all around. Oh, I gotta get some depth on here. Shout out to the 2 people who are watching the stream right now. I think I may be one of them, because I have to just watching it as it plays out. But get this leg joint. Oh, I know what I'll do. Let me see. Clean up these nodes. And then, come on. Then join these up. Come on. It said join? Oh, what is happening? There we go. And so now she has like these yoga pants on. And that gives me a little more flexibility to figure out what these sneakers are gonna look like. Oh man. Let me look up these. I gotta find some sneaker reference. I don't really have a way to show you me looking at these, looking for reference, but I don't know. I think, alright, I'll just, oh, where's those sneakers I just saw? Go to, Stay with me, stay with me. I just need some sneaker reference. Alright. Nope. I guess. That was a waste of time. I didn't really. I found some sneakers. I got these. I pulled up these Nike React Infinity 3 Premiums, but they didn't really give me that much reference. But I want to keep this thing moving, so we'll use them. And what I'll do is I'll just draw these joints as best I can. See, my drawings are usually a lot more pen driven, so everything is a lot more precise. So this way is a little different. It's a lot more freeform and a little more flexible. Because when using a pen, you don't have a lot of leeway. You do the style that you had figured out, and you can't really. I mean, you can, but it's not as easy to. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. Shit, yo. Yo, this is. Yo, I don't know how people talk for like 9 hours on streams, yo. Like, this journey is not easy. I should have more of a game plan next time about what I'm going to do. The Monday stream, scramble and gramble. You know, that's not that bad. Yeah, we can make that work. So then, we got these little treads. So what I'm gonna do is, right, I'm gonna lower the stroke weight. I like even numbers, and then I'm gonna do a line from here, right, a little detail here. Look at those details. Don't you want these sneakers right now? No? No, you don't? Okay. Fine, be that way. And then just make this pattern. First, I'm gonna get this out of here. That shit's annoying me. And then, so what I'll need though, I want to smooth the, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I'll do is I will start this line here and then start to build it out like this. And then draw another line here. And because I'm a maniac, I'll draw some lines back this way. And to make these lines work, I gotta lower them even more. Sure, that works. Sure. That is okay. Okay. Then create. Okay. And a lot of the heavy shoe lifting will be done with color, and then add these ankles. Boop. Select both of these. Reset the pressure. Bingo bango. Now that's set up. Tighten this line up. Block that. Boop. Ba-doop ba-doop. Boop boop ba-doop. In this one instance, I'm gonna use the pen for that line. Then bust that out. Show review. Okay. Now the tricky part is to recreate that shoe again. So hit that there. Bring this line in. Yeah. Do this line. Drop this down to 4. Here's the thing. You can also like tap on the number and it brings you up this calculator. I just always forget that that's there. And I don't know if I like these treads, so I might change them in the long run, but that is for later. I'm always trying to do something different with this stuff. Like, I can't really, like, I have an overall plan, and that plan usually just consists of making that shit look good. Like, there's not much more than that sometimes. Sometimes I have an idea of what I want to do, and I kind of like work with that, work in that framework. But for the most part, I'm like kind of just feeling out the drawing, and it kind of is allowing it to take me where it needs to go. It's not always a one-to-one, and yeah, you gotta kind of let the drawing tell you what it wants to look like. You know, how you feel when you first think of the idea can shift when you're actually in the midst of actually drawing it. Because there was a big time frame between when I first concepted this idea and now when I'm actually executing it. And I can't say that I fully remember what the game plan was. And now, right now, the game plan is to try out some new coloring techniques, but I gotta get to that stage, and that stage is far away. Well, not that far. We're almost there. I guess it's about maybe 10-15 minutes away from there. And then we can start having some fun. I mean, I'm having fun now. Don't get me twisted. Like, this is fun, but the line work is the least sexiest part of a drawing to me. And this finger isn't landing right. It also looks like Winnie the Pooh's foot. Ayo. Oh, shit. That doesn't need to be on all the time. He's looking at the top of my head. See, this is what I'm talking about. Still a lot of stuff I need to learn about this. Still got a lot to learn about this streaming, the streaming game. I'm hoping to look back on this in 2-3 months and be like, y'all couldn't believe I was this bad, yo. But I'm going to get better, and that's by doing it more often and consistently, and on Mondays. The next stream will be a lot later though. It won't be during the day, cause you know I got a job. So look at that, we're almost done. This is a really good point. So now what I normally do is once I get to this stage, look at this. Look at all these. You don't want this. You see all this? This is a death sentence, yo. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Like, this is a death sentence, having all these wild layers of random pieces. You gotta, like, clean it up. You gotta organize your files so you understand what you're doing and what you're looking at. So, like, I'll make a group out of this and call this hands. That is English. Alright. This is the feet. Oh, it's not really a feet. It's sneakers. I like to try to be as descriptive as possible. And then I can just hit this whole body. And just name this body. See now? Look at that. Look how clean that is compared to all this stuff. This should be in this face group. Face. And this is hair. Don't laugh at my handwriting. Bam. See now? this is a million times more usable than I call this line work. See, and now I know where my line work is. I can easily jump back and forth. So what I normally do too is I go back and forth with whether or not I'm going to have my the eyes inside of the line work folder, because sometimes I want to color them in certain ways that you can't do if you're in if it's in the line work folder. I try to switch it up, you know, because it makes it more useful later on down the line. And then duplicate, 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 duplicate. Nope, that's not the line. What did the genie say at the time? I think it was duplicate. So anyway, I make a circle and duplicate the circle. Then I group those. And then this is the thing I absolutely love about Affinity Designer. It is easily making masks. Like, look at that shit. Like, you just take the group and you just drag it in the timeline, and it just creates a mask over whatever shape you created before. And it's that simple. Bing, bam, boom. Always works. Never have issues. Her eye looks crazy. So, and now I can just go in and then maybe make this joint a little smaller. And then also bring down the line weight on this eye till I'll have. And the eye still looks fucking crazy, yo. I don't like it, yo. She looks sad, yo. Let me see if I bring another eye in. I don't want to look sad. I definitely don't want to look crazy. So then I take that same shape and I use it to create the other mask on the other eye. And then, yo. Yo, she looking crazy, B. I gotta fix that at some point. See, like, come on, yo, get this shit together, yo. See, maybe if I bring it up. Yo, this joint's not an exact science, man. Yeah, see, that looks better. Holy shit, yo. Yeah, that looks better. She was looking insane a second ago. And there's a 95% chance I'm going to change that again later. Anyway, so now let's get to some color. I do not have a color scheme for this joint. Fuck. A way to find color schemes is to look up color schemes. There's a Instagram channel called colorpalette.cinema that I use, which is really cool. And they have all these great color palettes from movies that you can just use. And I think I'm going to use this one. I like this color combination. Let's see if this will work. Because it doesn't always work, and it's not working this time. Okay. So, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to have to pull it from my eye still there? Yeah, okay. Alright. So, what I did, I just clipped this joint from the interwebs, went to went online and got it. And now I gotta reorganize this thing. Here we go. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. See, even though I got this color palette, I gotta tweak it. Right? Group, and then go to, nope, wrong one. It is, they keep switching up these icons. Oh, here it is. Hue and saturation. So, there's a gray overtone on this that I wasn't paying attention to when I pulled it. And but it's fine. I'm gonna adjust it. So this is what we call it. Being figuring it out. Whatever's happening is not the only thing, you know. And on iPad, if you grab with three fingers, it'll duplicate anything you drag. And then I want this blue, I want this green, I want this green, I want yellow, oops, yellow, and then I'm gonna skip some of these colors because I don't need all these colors. Orange, maybe this dark orange, and then this red. I left one color out. Actually, no, because this is the color of the jizoint. And then I say thank you for your service, and I close that out. Okay. So now we got a color palette. I kind of want to make these things a little brighter. So, mother, I thought that was going to work. Make this a little more blue. All right. Okay. Now, what was that color technique I was going to do? All right. So first, let's choose a background color because I like to base a lot of things off of that. Put this up in the corner, and then we lock it. We'll lock it down. And I don't really need that no more. This goes under here. Now, there's a couple different ways that I color. There's a couple different techniques, but I'm going to do it like this time. First, let's get a background color going. All right. And now we got to think. We want it dark, we want it bright. I am very partial to yellow right now. So we're gonna run this as a yellow background, right? Then let's get this floor in here, and we'll make this that color. So then that's the basis of our background. Group that, name that backgrounds. Thank you for understanding that handwriting, because I barely did. Lock that. All right. Now I'm going to use the pen, because I want to create a really rough frame for the color. And I also don't mind if the color is outside of the lines. Let's just use that one for right now. And the thing is, none of this stuff is gonna stay. It's all gonna change. This is like real placeholders. This is free flowing art. As I said in the previous video, it's like jazz, baby. Art is the colors you see in between the notes. So like this color palette I have now is literally strictly for like the idea of it, yo. But it doesn't mean I'm actually gonna ride with it all the way through the end. You know, if I was working for a client and they're like, oh, these are colors, then I gotta work within it. But I'm in a position, since this is just my work, my art, I can do what I want. Like switch off the pen tool and into the pencil tool, and start to get into this. Do some nice lines. Come on, connect. There it is. It's connected. Alright. I gotta stop watching that guy's streams. It's detrimental to my streaming health. What is that happening? Okay. Alright. So now we got, look at that. Illustration done. We don't gotta do no more. It is finished. Is something I wish I could say right now. Yeah, so much more to go. So the idea that I initially wanted to do was to try to color this without any in layers of color. And I still gotta do those tattoos. Jeez, I'll do that last. So normally when I do illustrations, like I will color in, like, let's say we do our face real quick, right? And I will come here, I will map out her face. I don't really stress preciseness, right? Throw a color in there. Let me turn off this. You know what, this needs to be like multiply. Yeah, that's better. So now we don't, it's not all in our face, it's not fucking with the colors. Alright, I don't need that right now. So like I will come in here, I will add these colors, right? And it's flat, draw it. I'm like, oh, let's add the shadows, and This is what we're doing. Do do do. Dur dur dur. Alright. Boom. And like 30% done right there. Like, look at that. That's a good start. But I really don't want to do that with this one. I want to try something different. Like, I'll keep this color on, but I want to try to like layer in the colors. And I've never tried it before, and that's what this is. This is experimentation. This is the jazz, baby. This is the jazz. So, I'm gonna try to do something really fucking different. So, like, we got this color group, right? This color palette, and I want to kind of like use this color palette for something other than just like flat colors. So like with this here, I got a slight indication of where I want my shadows and stuff. I did that when I did the drawing. But let's say I did deuce. Right. And now what we're gonna do is we'll pick a color. Let's see, what would be a good random color for this? Alright, let's maybe use the orange. Right? But instead of being, so here's a trick too. Like, so I got this orange box now, right? But I want to do, oh, I can't do it that way. I can't do it that way. All right, so what we're gonna have to do is just drop it like it's hot. Let's go 50%. All right, and now it's add a folder. See, because normally I would just put the opacity level down on the folder itself, but actually let me show you the difference. So if I make that 100 and then I drop this to 50%, right? Same effect, but if I make changes or add any layers, you're not going to see it because they're all the same opacity in a folder that is being lowered. The opacity is being lowered. But if I drop the 50% on the layer itself and keep this at 100, now you see these overlaps? Like, that's where the change comes in. And you start getting some variations on what's supposed to happen. So what I'm going to do is kind of use this for the lighting. So with the pencil tool again, I'm just going to start, and what I'm going to do is they have this turn off autoscope and have this button up top here. See auto close? I don't think you can see that. So right next to the paint bucket, there's a thing called auto close. Yeah, see, you see it come up. There it is. Auto close at the top. So when you use the pencil tool, it'll automatically close. Oh, I turned it off. Use the fill. It'll close the shape. Oh, but this is coming in at 100%. That's not what I want. Okay, let's try this again. Come on, yo. I not doing what I want, and I find that super annoying. But I want to try something. So now what if after I do all of that, turn this to 50%. Yeah, it gets the job done. It's not what I wanted. It's not working the way I want it to work. What if I start there? Nope. How the fuck? Let me see. I don't like it. So what if I do this? Also take that, put it in the group. So it will be masked. Come on. Then I could just start duplicating. I think that is a line. Let's this off. So I have a better idea of what this shit looks like. It's a lot of duplication. People always want to see how the stuff is made, but a lot of it's really boring. It's just a lot of trial and error. Just figuring this shit out. Just trying to make it work. And since I don't have this technique down, this joint is going to look kind of crazy for some long time. No, I'll cover that. I'll clean it up later. I don't know. There's something there, yo. Like, I feel like this is something is here. I just haven't figured it out yet. Like, I'm sure there is. There's a technique floating around in here. I just haven't found it yet. And when it's done, it's gonna be like, yo, how you did that? And I'm like, oh, look at this 19-hour YouTube video of me trying to figure it out. Yo, come on. Oh, it turns this joint on. Why is it not? I gotta look up to find out why it's not taking on the opacity of the previous brush. Yeah, I don't know. It's coming. It's there. This is more of like a painting technique than it is vectors. Like there's a million ways to color vectors. I just tend not to use most of them. Like yeah, we can easily just like straight paint it out. Just draw all the colors where they need to be. But I wanna see if I can get this to look a little more organic in nature, because so much. Oh, I forgot to lock this. So much of vector work is so pristine and so clean. It makes it feel mechanical and not organic, and it's hard to get those lines to feel like that. And I want to figure out how to get it. I'm always trying to figure out how to get it there. You know? So, and then, so you got that layer. Right, that's some decent lighting. You got that layer hitting. And then you create another layer. This is just going to be actually, I don't like this brown. I want it to be a little more red. A little red and a little darker. So then you take this, hit that, and drop that luminance a little further down. Drop that a little bit too. Get a nice tone. Then you 50% that joint, which means I gotta make this a little darker. And then, oh, what if I do it here? Oh, now we in business, baby. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. So I was just looking in the wrong place for that. Ooh, that's just what it looks sexy. Starting to look sexy. I figured it out. It was in the wrong place. Alright. And this technique is definitely like something that needs to be worked out. Like this is just the early stages of it, where everything is overlapping. I'm probably gonna work on this idea for the rest of the month. So hopefully by the end of it, by the end of this month, I'll have a good idea of what this is supposed to look like, and I can elaborate on it and excel it and PowerPoint it and Microsoft Word it. That don't make no sense, yo, but whatever, yo. You know, man, I need some duty-free music to be playing during this joint, you know, because I'm getting cooked right now, yo. Need something buzzing. Yo, this is really interesting, yo. Like I got an event coming up, and I got some portraits I need to do over the summer for the event that's happening in the fall, and I really need to look into how I'm gonna do it. This is an interesting first pass at this idea. Try something new. Do something you've never done before. People are gonna say you're crazy, but that's how you know you're on the right path to the insane asylum. Yeah, so I need to tighten up the layers and bring out the colors a little more. And I think this is gonna work. I think this can do it. I've been at this for almost 2 hours. Holy moly. Like, this is, so I'm trying to treat the vectors as if they are paint and not just computer code being thrown at more computer code that creates this little joint. And because that's the case, I gotta try some different ways of producing these elements. Like the layering. Like this stuff is gonna need 1,000 layers of vectors to get it to where it needs to be. But it's there. Like you see how the layers are starting to like build into something. Like how it's not really like, yeah, it's like this it's like kind of boxy and it's a little all over the place, but there's still some life there, yo. Like you kind of like, hey, how do you end up with that thing? You know? How'd that shape tape form? There's like irregularities and like misinformities and poopalapities. That's not a word. Ah! Yo, but I'm digging this. I think this is it can go somewhere, you know. Just gotta keep pushing this joint. You gotta swim into the deep end, even if you can't swim. You know, you gotta push and test yourself. Try new things. Try to explore a place you've never done. Like that's always like push digital illustrators to always like buy a physical sketchbook, yo, because you put yourself in an uncomfortable position to do things that you're not used to doing. Like I know when I'm in my sketchbook, and I have a whole bunch of sketchbooks, but even now when I'm drawing in my sketchbook, I've been doing digital work for so long. I try to undo in my sketchbook, and that shit don't work, yo. That shit is dumb. Like you, you can't do that. But I still be double tapping in my sketchbook. Like you could actually see, like it's gonna read, it's gonna undo that last line. I literally did that yesterday. Yeah, what? Oh, it's not in the folder. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who joined in. But yeah, like I don't see vector art that looks like this, yo. And when I start putting the textures in, woo, yo, it's gonna go crazy, yo. It's just gonna take mad long. This is not gonna get done today, so because I draw slow. I take my time with this stuff because I want it to be as good as I could possibly make it. And since this is for me and I don't have a deadline and I don't got a client telling me like they trying to hit their fourth quarter returns, I don't have to worry about that. So I can just do, I can make this just live. I needed some other places to have some more of this orange, some of this, and I could just be sloppy and just let the work flow how I want it to flow. And in other joints, other styles, it's like you can't really do that. You gotta like make sure every line is perfect, and you gotta go. All the shapes gotta work. Like I don't have to think about any of that stuff right now. Like I just want it to be fun. And right now, this is fun. You know? Oh man, some dude outside say he likes Boston tonight. That's as a New Yorker, I can't do it, yo. I can't root for Boston, yo. There's no way. Ain't no way, yo. Yo, this is looking dope, yo. Alright. I gotta do some promotion. Post this joint up on Instagrams. Give me 1 second. Let's see how that's gonna work. Oh shoot, that's dope. Yep. I am. Sorry, I took a little promotional break. Just tweeting this on posting this on Instagram. An hour and a half later. But yeah, yo, look at this. Well, you don't think this looks cool? I'm bugging. Maybe I'm bugging. Add a couple little more randomnesses. I think that's the word. And then I come back with detailed stuff. Man, this is gonna be tasty. Or as my man says, it's just gonna be zesty. So then, let me see. Let me hit this joint. I want some darker tones. And then what I'll do is bring the opacity up a little bit to 80%. And drop it down a bit. Ooh, that's a good looking color. Throw it in a folder, because we always put stuff in folders so we can find it later. And then get to work. See, I gotta be gentle with this. Ooh, see, look, I gotta bring her nose out a little more because it was getting lost. Right? Bring that like that. Get that peak locked in. It's almost 4 o'clock. So I want to bring this in here. See how that looks overlapped. This is coming along. I want to drop the opacity of this a little. I think 80's too much. I don't want to get there yet. Yeah, I think 60 is better. Ooh. Shit is almost vibrating, yo. Vibrate. Yeah. Vibrating. Yeah. That's my Andre 3000 impersonation. I'm a great impersonator if we're drunk. If we're both drunk, I am amazing at doing impersonations. Outside of that, it's subjective. Yo, look at this, yo. Yo, seriously, yo, you gotta be able to get amped by your own work. Because if not, like, what are we doing, yo? Like, you gotta be your biggest fan. Not crazy. Sorry. You can't go Kanye level, like loving your work, but you gotta be a big fan of your own stuff, man. Like, if you can't get yourself hype, how you expect to get other people hype? Same way, if you don't believe in yourself, how you expect other people to believe in it too, yo? I am absolutely the dopest artist named Poe Phoenix from the Bronx with a white beard and 3 children that has ever existed. I know that's mad specific, but I just have to be. It's just got to be like that sometimes. Because it's true. I'm fucking dope. And you see, like, if you was here from the beginning and you saw me go through the process of getting here and how I was not confident about this at all, and now I'm talking shit. Yo, this is how I gotta be when you're an artist, man. You gotta amp yourself up, man. You can't let nothing stop you, man. You gotta believe in your work so wholeheartedly. because you convincing everyone else who sees your work that it's doing what it's supposed to do. And if you can't do that. Like, what are we really talking about here? Yo, I'm excited about this style, yo. There's so many different things happening right now. And then I gotta come back in later with textures and more lighting and highlight techniques. Man, listen. Hope you getting amped for me, yo. I hope you like, yo, that shit is coming out crazy. And if you're not, like, let me know. Like, maybe I'm bugging. Maybe this looks like trash and I'm just gassing myself right now to get through this piece. You know, because that's a viable answer. That is definitely a viable answer. Because I will convince myself something is dope until I step away. And then I come back later and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening right now? But I love this, y'all. Yo, you see this little line right here? Oh, that's dope, yo. I want to put some more of those in there, yo. Just put like... It's like these little fucking... Like, what is that there? Like, why is that there? Like, oh, because... It should be. That's why it's there. That's why it's there. Because it should be. See, like this right here? Oh, I love that line too, yo. Those overlaps. Amazing. Oh, look at that, man. Look at that. Sexy, yo. Alright. Now the real problem is I gotta repeat this everywhere. Oh, and I gotta do the tattoos. Oh, the tattoos are gonna be wild, yo. I just want you to know. I don't think this is the right brown. Nope, that's it. All right. This is like it's an hour and a half. All right. I'm gonna go for a half hour more, and then I'm gonna shut it down, and then I'll be back next week. Bang 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 bang. All right, let's just do a flat color on the rest of this joint to get an idea of it. This doesn't take long. Here's the rest of the skin. I know it's quiet because I'm thinking, and I'm also doing all the gruntal work, but yo, this looks so dope, yo. Alright, where's my color scheme? think what we're going to do is, oh wait, almost missed out on this. I'm gonna tap. Bam. Okay. Oh, more. Like Kylo Ren. More. No Star Wars fans? Okay. I get it. No one's a fan of the stars no more. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to flat out the colors. And then we're going to pause, and I'll be back next week for another stream to finish this piece up. Alright, so now there's a gap that I didn't realize is here, even though I drew it. So I gotta put that in. And there's two ways, quick tip, there's two ways to make this gap. Well, there's three ways, right? First, let me clean up the edges. I know you're all excited, but yo, how is he gonna make that gap, yo? This is gonna be crazy. But look, there's three different ways. Right? You can just color this joint in, right? That's A. But then if you change anything in the background, you're not going to be able to see it. Okay? B, you can select both of them and then subtract it out and just cut a hole in it, right? Or C, or 3, what you could do is take these two images, group them, right? And then, wait, hold on, let me change this. Right, take these two images, group them into the same folder, and then turn the piece you want to knock out the background, turn that to erase. And now you have that thing broken out, but also that shape is non-destructible, so you can go in and move it wherever you want. Or if like you want to change the shape, or maybe you just want to like knock out some lines that don't need to be there. It's like that's a great way to do it and still have control over the where's that placed. And this is flat color. All right. So this is the skin group. Remember, always name your layers, man. You think it's unnecessary, but it's so necessary. All right. So then, all right. Let's do this top piece. Come on. Get that joint being yellow. And I gotta figure out some things around her neck. It's not, the neck is not necking right now, yeah. I gotta get it to where I need it to be. And then, and again, this color may change. I might make it white. But I want to get just a flat joint. And then, bam. Get this. You know, see my finger be slipping on this iPad, this iPencil. iPencil, Apple Pencil, and it be erasing on its own, or it just like disconnects from the drawing, and it's mad annoying. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. I might make this white. See what I mean? What I'm saying is like when you actually working it, when you start doing the work, you start seeing different things, and things change as you go through it. And you start to wonder why you have that. And if you wonder why I didn't cut that piece out, it's because I know right now that I'm going to use the shoe to cover that spot right there. So then, outfit. Select that layer so that when I create the shapes, they will show up on top. See, that should will go behind, but I want to group these together, so I gotta line them all up. I don't know, the outfit may be white. Outfit might end up being white. I don't know. That might be it right there. Alright, well, oh my god. This has been a long video. I think we're going to leave it here for now. Oh boy, I want to try something. See, this is the... This is my issue. So this is the light, that's the dark. That's the medium. The shadow. So this is the highlights. So, if I wanted to do come on. So, there's a couple ways I can handle this. I can lock down. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's a hand, this is a hand, that's an arm, that's a hand, that's an arm. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna make all of these one piece and call it arms, instead of having them be separate. And then I can mask out the arms here. And this should be 50%. See, one thing you should be considered out is whenever you do things, stay consistent. Yeah, the midtones is 60, 50, and the shadows is 60. I made a famous. Listen to that Life of Pablo this weekend. I don't know why. And the drink's been stuck in my head ever since, you know. Whatever. Look at that. Yeah, this is gonna be dope. All right, I'm gonna take a break. I'm shutting it down. Thanks for everybody who came through. I'm gonna I'll be back next Monday, late in the evening, probably like around 9-10 o'clock. But I'll post it on IG. If you don't know, follow me at Pope Phoenix on IG, Twitter, all the things. All right, this is your boy Pope Phoenix. I'm out.